Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing on this? Well, it's kind of cloudy day. I just got back from my foot doctor, and he said, one of my toenails is like, it looks like it's almost like coming off. There's a space in there. And so I brought it to his attention, and I asked him, I said, well, is the toenail gonna come off? He said it might eventually. And so he's prescribing something for me. I forgot what the heck. I'm getting ready to have some coffee. I just got in the house, back in the house not long ago. And he said he's gonna order like a polish to put, like to put it on like a nail polish or something. And for me to put that on my toe. I hope y'all can hear me, because I'm woo. Oh, brother, I should have went to the store because I'm almost out on my hazelnut. Wow. Maybe I can go back to the store before it rains again. It's already been raining, so it's supposed to rain again. But anyway, he says he's got to order that from somewhere. He says because my regular pharmacy don't have it. What are you ordering for me that my pharmacy don't have it? It sounds like, he says he got to order it from a whole nother city. Like, dang, you almost made me cuss, doctor. What is going on? But anyway, oh boy, he said, wait a minute, y'all, hold on, y'all, I gotta get my coffee. Hold on, I gotta test it. I can't tell if this is right or not because I had gum in my mouth. And I got my TV all loud over there. I don't know what's going on. At this point, I gotta go in here and turn it off. It's, what's her name again? Chat with Pat or something like that. She's an elderly lady. And, I've been watching her for a while. I enjoy her too. And so I'm going to turn her down. I'll watch her. I'll come back to her later because I do like watching her. Her and the other one, she says she's 87. And the other one says she's 90. That's the one I couldn't believe. Her name is Lois Bird. And she says she's 90 years old. I said, I don't even know nobody 90 years old. Only person that I knew was 90 years old was my ex-husband's dad, and he was almost 104. But he's been gone on for, I think this is his 3rd year. I don't know nobody now. Do you? Oh, shoot. Why am I dropping? I should have. No, he's a foot doctor. He wouldn't know why the heck I keep dropping stuff. Foot doctor. But I've been doing that all my life, though, so it's nothing new. Y'all have to excuse me if I have my hat on. My hair, I did comb it, but I do really need to wash it again. I did comb my hair, though. But I'm going to take my hat off while I talk to the AAG team. I hope everybody is well this morning. I feel fine, even though I didn't sleep like a log. Wait a minute, I'm playing on the computer. Wait a minute, I'm unorganized. I'm discombobulated or whatever is, and whatever that means. I am it. I had to turn this computer away from myself. Got myself up there. And the weirdest thing is when you hear somebody else talking about you, another what do you call it, creator, and you listen to them and they're talking about you. Oh my God. And that's the first time I had heard it. When I heard Lois talk about me. I said, wow, it's the weirdest feeling. Because I never experienced that before. To actually hear someone, address me and my channel and stuff like that. But she had good things to say, so I ain't mad. I ain't mad about it or nothing like that. It was all good, you know. But I'm just saying it was weird. It was a weird feeling. Let's get back to my doctor. My doctor said he's got to order this stuff from another whole city. You know, it can't come from around here. It must be, you know, I don't know. It might be something he dug up out of the ground. I don't know. But anyway, he said it's going to be mailed to me to my door. What? Wait a minute now. But he said it was an auto. He said it's like I picked up a fungus or something like that. He said autoimmune. I said, I'm going to look that up because I've heard that word before, but I really don't know what it means. You know, he called himself explaining to me, but I'm going to ask Google what that means. What the heck is an autoimmune? Because I think I had heard something about that being associated with the kidney. And he says there's a possibility that my whole nail, you know, if it's not treated, that it would come off. You know, because it looks just like, you know how your fingernail look, and then it's way down here, you know, your meat part comes down here like that. And that's the way my big toe was. And then I had, what he says it could be eczema on my foot. And he's going to prescribe some cream from that. But my regular pharmacy, he says I could get that from my regular pharmacy. But that other thing, he said that come from out of town. I said to myself, hush your foot, doctor. Whew, that's good, I tell you. But you know, I was a little tired when I went. And they had kept calling me. You know how the office calls you to remind you of a appointment and stuff? They had text me, put it in my chart. It was in my chart. And then they had text me on my phone a few times. Matter of fact, starting, I think, last week. But I never responded to them. I said to myself, if I'm not coming, I will call you. But I mean, I know a lot of people don't. You know, they just skip the appointment because I've done it myself sometimes. But then they called me directly again yesterday. And they, you know, I told them, okay, I'll be there, which I was. You know, I had no intentions of missing the appointment because of the issues, you know, that I saw on my foot. And I needed, you know, an explanation for it. And, but he says that I picked up this fungus or something from somewhere. I said to myself, I ain't been nowhere. I don't walk barefoot, except maybe from my bedroom to here sometime because I usually have my, you know, slippers right here when I come home. I have my slippers. I'm not a barefooter. I have my slippers right here when I get out of my regular, you know, street shoes into my slippers. House shoes, whatever, you know, I wear them around, which these are house shoes too, but these are the ones I just wear to the doctor so that, you know, I can just step right into them. They're indoor, outdoor shoes, as, you know, as you can see. Had them a long time. But I wear those. Those are my go-to, the foot doctor shoes. So, you know, when he tell me to take my socks off, when they tell me to take my socks off, to take, you know, the shoes and all that kind of stuff, all I got to do is step out, and step in. You know, whatever's easy for me because I'm ready to get the heck out of there as soon as I get there. And I was. I wasn't even gone from my house because it's right down the street. And I wasn't even gone from my house maybe 25 minutes. Because he doesn't do, you know, he's not like the other foot doctor that I used to have. She used to, do a job. She used to scrape my feet. You know how you get that crust on your feet? She would scrape all that off. And then she cut your nails. You look like you've been to the spa when you get through, you know, with her. And she moved, I think, close to New York. But anyway, it's out of my jurisdiction. I can't get to her because if I could have got to her, you know, I would be on my way. And then she would put this lotion on you, makes your feet feel real cool. She was spoiling her patients. And I wouldn't trade her for nothing. And then she suddenly left, the office that I was going to. And, when I don't know if she went into private practice on her own, her and another doctor, because they both left together. And I think they were sort of in a partnership. But she was the best of the best. Trust me. But this guy, I've seen him. This is like my third time seeing him. Plus, he's, close to where I live. And it's not a long wait. Usually if they call you, if you have an appointment at 9, they take you at 9. Which they were maybe they took me about 2 minutes after 9 today. And I was back out of here. I was back home before 9:30. Oh, yeah, that's how I like it. That's how most people like it. They want, even though they go to the appointment, but they ready to get in and get out. I don't know why, but I know I've always been that way. And that reminds me, I've got to make an appointment to see my primary doctor. And I'm going to do that as soon as I get off the phone. So there's chat with Miss Pat. There she is. She talks, she's like a storyteller. She tells a lot of, stories and stuff. And it's very interesting. She's not boring at all, believe me. And I enjoy watching her. As a matter of fact, she was playing when I left, and she's still playing. Her video is still playing. It's probably not the same one, though. It's probably a different video. Yeah. And I'm going to finish my little blanket. I already showed you. I already showed y'all my blanket. It's done. I did have enough yarn to go all the way to finish it. I still can't get it in here. I guess this is the long way. Wait a minute. A baby ain't but yay big. This is a short. It's like I made it like a rectangle. And the only thing I have to do now to this, which I ain't worried about it, you know how I do, sew these in, weave these in and everything. And then I wanted to put a border around it. But it can be taken just like this without a border. But I think they look much nicer with a border. But I only had a little bit. This is all the yarn that I had left. And it's not going to be, it won't be enough to go all around, the entire border of the blanket. It's not enough. So I said, well, if I take this and put this onto the border, I wonder how, let's see, yeah. I'm pretty sure. See, it's almost the color of that blue right there, but it's off a little bit. See that? I think it'll work. And besides, I'm not giving this to the baby anyway. No, the baby is going to get pink. She's going to get pink, and I think maybe I'll put a white border around it. Or either I might make it pink and white like that. I want it to be girly girl. Even though she's not the first daughter. She has another little brother and another little sister. Her little sister is 4. How old is Nora? Nora is 5. No. Yeah, Nora's 5. Wait a minute. Let me check my book. I'm still thinking Nora is 4. Where's my glasses? Oh. Let's see. Nora. My great-granddaughter. Nora, she got a brother named Ryzen. I said, what? What's his name again? Ryzen. Nora is October 28. Yeah, Nora is 2019. That makes it 5. She's 5. With a little tiny self. Her and Ryzen. And now she's gonna, I forgot what she said the baby's name. I think the baby's name something like Natasha. I forgot what the baby's name is, y'all, but I will let you know as soon as I find out. And I got some of these grandbaby names, I gotta let my belly out of here, y'all. I don't know. My stomach is starting to itch. Now let me tell you. Let me tell you what the some of these names are in here. I got one named Javiah, Paige, Karis. I named her Karis. Karis Riel. Travis, Kaylee, and Vaya. Jamar, I guess I'm pronouncing her name Jamia. Amaya, and Mariah. Those are the twins. Amaya and Mariah. Maya and Mariah. Their names are Raven. The middle names are Raven. Amaya Raven and Mariah Rachel. And Karis Riel. Those are all brothers and sisters. And then the Danny, their brother, their big brother, his name is Danny. And he's 12. He's a big brother. And he was named after his dad. His dad's name is Daniel. Yeah, they got some crazy names now. My kids' names, to me, they were pretty normal. I had like a Leslie, a Dana, a LaTanya, a Ruth Carice, and a Timothy Earl. Those are my names for my children. But these grandkids, and I got a granddaughter named Ayla, Tori, and my grandson Carson, Brianna. I don't want to laugh, but I can't help myself, y'all. Tristan, Skylar. I don't know how I got into that, but anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited about going on the van tomorrow. Let us pray about that one, y'all. No, this guy's all right. He's a good guy. I mean, he's not. I can't complain about him too much. You know, he actually help you with your bags. And as a matter of fact, we all, depends on who's on the ride or whatever, we give him a little tip. But he helps each and every one, and he's just as sweet as pie. Can't get no sweeter than he is. And his patience is, very... So I don't know what happened last week, but hopefully he comes tomorrow. And then I will be able to get my grandbaby some yarn. The pink and white. Like a little baby pink, light pink. But not too light. I don't like the light pink. Somewhere in between the pinky pink and the not so light pink. That's what I want. Right in between there. And maybe white. And I thought of beige, but sometimes beige kind of look dirty. Unless I get the eggshell one. I don't know how that would go with pink, though. I ain't never tried that one before. But like they said, it's the first time for everything. And I done told you, once I pick that needle up, there's no putting it down. This needle I killed. This right here, this hook, this crochet hook. Look at that, them water, whatever that stuff is, they put on that bubble gum, whatever. Well, it ain't bubble gum. It's called something else. I forget. Silicone, I guess. And I done wore it down there to there. But I got more in my stash. Matter of fact, I started to order some more last night. And I'm using my little bag over here. See my little bag, got my little sewing machine. I ain't got all of it in there yet. And I had this in there, until I finished making it. I had it folded up in here. But I just unfolded it, for the video. And I'm not going to sit here and tarry too long, y'all, because I do have work to do. And I should get up and go to the store and get me some hazelnut. I think it's going to rain tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, according to Alexa. It's going to rain like this afternoon, probably around 4 o'clock. It was already raining yesterday. This morning too. But it stopped. And it's still very cloudy. And it wouldn't even take me that long to go to the store. Otherwise, I would just have to use milk in my coffee. I got coffee. I ain't worried about the coffee part. Yeah. So how y'all doing today? Everything going all right, I hope. I think I finally caught up with my comments because I was doing comments before I left to go to the doctor. You know, I was up early, so, you know, my sleep is not that great. And so I was up early, and so I said, well, hey, let me do the comments. And so that's what I did. I finished up my comments and put some titles, which is crazy. I can't think of no titles half the time. Oh, I don't know what she's doing now, Miss Pat. She's making something. I don't know if it's a cake. A cake? See, she got the bowl. You know what? It's a blessing when you're able to get around at that age. And even Miss Lois, she still gets around. She's 90 years old, and to be able to do that within itself at that age is a blessing. Now, my mother, I think she wasn't able to walk when she got about 80. I think she was around 82 or 83 when she could no longer, walk. And a lot of people that age, they no longer walk. They're, confined to a wheelchair. And they are either homebound, bedbound. Like when my mother was in the convalescent home, some people they are in the bed all day long because they can't get up. It's a sad situation, when you're bedbound. It seems to me that I don't know if they can take them up out of the bed or why they are like bedbound. Some people are bedbound at their house. When the doctor says there's no longer, nothing they can do for you to help you. In other words, you say bye-bye to the world. And matter of fact, that's what hospice is. Once you go to hospice, you're at the point of no return. And that's what happened to my cousin. But then there's the people that are in the convalescent home that cannot move. My mother was, they were able to get her up out of the bed because they lifted her with like a Hoyer. They called it a Hoyer lift. And they would take her to I guess the lunchroom is sort of like a little room where everybody gathers, like a common place, Then they would go in there and they could watch TV and eat or something like that in there. And they had like a little section for, a library. Ain't nobody reading nothing, though. It's just there, I guess, just in case somebody decides they want to read something today. And, they used to play music, and stuff like that. But they would actually get my mother up out of the bed, wash her up and stuff like that. Because my mother was still, in her right head. She couldn't walk. And, and she was starting to get a little paralysis in her hand, which I get that. As a matter of fact, when I first started back crocheting, I forgot which hand, it would freeze up. And I have to go like that. It was like, I don't know, I can't describe it, but anyway, it had a mind of its own. It would paralyze, it'd be like paralysis, like it would be stiff, and, I would have to wait, grab it, hold it down, and stuff like that. And like I said, my mother had a little bit of that, but other than that, she had a problem with her foot, one of her feet, should I say. And, but other than that, she laughed and talked just like me and you, except until the very end. To the very end, she started to get quiet. And I knew there was definitely a change in my mother. Because she was my mother was, that's where I get my giggling from. I get my giggle box turn over a lot. And my mother used to laugh a lot. She would laugh and she was just, I don't know, she just was happy, I guess. She ain't had no enemies like me. Oh, yes. And this lady sort of reminds me, about sometimes some of the stories that I be telling sometimes. This is what she sort of reminds me of, because she's got stories galore. Like I say, I just listen to her. Oh my goodness, I gotta get off this phone, y'all. I'm gonna hang up the video. I'll see y'all again soon. I go with love. See you soon.